Uh, so yeah, if you look at that, you got some nice PS2 cleavage going on, which is what everybody wants to see in life, obviously. That's like the center of the reason why we're born is PS2 cleavage. So, just gonna spread the love of my Let's Fail. Yeah. Anyway, spreading this in some discords. Anyway, let's get going, Kings. Infiltration and execution. Boomer with no brim. What does boomer with no brim mean? Anyway, hey Eric.
Did you get the file?
In my hands.
Our sources tell us that all of these targets are in one place right now. A huge sub-bay and mining facility on the coast of Argentina. We heard rumors the Nazis are closing in on a lost relic with immense powers. We need more information. We're sending you to South America. Find out what you can about this relic and report back to us.
How do I contact you?
Use the Nazis' communication center.
Understood.
One more thing. The Nazis have organized a special task force called the GGG, or Gegengeist Group.
Anti-ghost group?
Literally, yes. The GGG was established to experiment in the occult. Anything that could help Hitler succeed. Their leader and founder is Jürgen Wolf. The file you have lists many GGG officers and their SS conspirators, including Jürgen Wolf. You are to eliminate all of these targets to prevent further supernatural ambitions. But be careful. Members of the GGG have been experimentally enhanced and are particularly dangerous. Good luck. And Rayne, watch yourself.
I thought she got captured by the Nazis in the last one.
Hard to tell how big the place really is. And there's my invitation.
Okay. Oh, I got bullet time. Tasty. Okay, let's do this, fam. Time to be a vampire, thought. I like how it's before the war and they're in Argentina. That's an interesting, like, meme. Oh, I didn't see that before. Maybe that's just not in the early levels. Like, holy shit, that's awesome. Okay. Wait. Didn't it just show me this guy? Where the fuck? What in the fuck? How the fuck? When the fuck? Huh. It's not really like sure what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing right now. Ooh, get fucked, son. Oh no. I'm streaming on Wednesday. Everybody's actually working. Oh no. Guy got fucked.
You shouldn't play with fire. Someone's gonna get hurt.
Oh, she's like double wielding MP40s. Okay. Hot. Oh. I think my state, according to theory, is supposed to lift it Friday. So we'll see if I'm the biggest dumbass that ever lived, like some people on Arjun's channel think, or if I'm right. Okay, well this machine gun's pretty cool. Huh. Huh. Base Booma. What should you eat? Fried egg sandwich? Yeah, you should have a fried egg sandwich. Now, the problem here is I have like no idea what I'm doing or where I'm going in this. Like, eliminate officer. Okay. Where am I getting shot from, guys? Oh. Searching for this officer. Am I supposed to like do stealth? I'm confused. There's a bakery there that's been there since the Spanish flu. Based like what is like fucking me up? What? Fuck. I got fucked. I got done fucked up, guys. In your hood. When you say your HUD, all I can think of is leprechauns. So, obviously, leprechauns are like the fighting force of the future.
Did you get the file?
Oh god, fuck. Oh, okay, I can skip it. See what bullet time looks like in this? Okay. Oh no, the elite soldiers. So scary. You got them fucked up soon. Oh yeah. It like gives you like a panty shot almost there. Okay, I think this is where I was like when I died last time, is by this half track. Is it me or all the Germans in this look younger than like fighting age, or much older than fighting age? I don't know. You want to do a version of China moment but make a Booma moment? No. I have too much self-respect. Okay.
No, I'm not done here.
Oh, okay. I don't know where you are, officer. Where you be? Where you be, officer? I don't know where to go. Welcome to Sir Kirk Fails video game. He don't know where to go. Where the officer? I think that dot is officer, but I don't know how to get to that. Oh man. Okay. Let me in. Let me in. This is Boomer moment. This is Boomer moment. Okay. I'm actually like really bored right now.
Tell you about my uncle,
Like-
the farmer. So, what about your uncle, the farmer? Well, my uncle
Oh.
has this bull named Big. Every single town is his except for one town.
Okay, I guess I'm fucking retarded. Wait. What? Do I have like an FG42 before it was created? So apparently I'm an idiot and I was like, I don't know where to go, but apparently I just kicked down the wooden doors. This is China moment. This is China moment. Blood Rayne don't believe in reloading. She believes in taking weapons from her enemies. Wow, that guy just like suicide bombed, I guess. I don't really understand why he did that. Oh no. This is Blood Rayne moment. This is Blood Rayne moment. I'm just like running around like an idiot. I have like no idea where to go. Okay, I assume that I go here. Okay, so I just jump against the wall repeatedly until it opens. Okay, hot. Okay. Boom, it's time to chime. Okay, based red pilled. Is toilet paper? Did Germans use toilet paper at this time, or did they wash their assholes with the asshole watering fountain? Oh. I guess I will save. Yes. Time to save. Eliminate officer.
I need a control turnkey for the basement. I'll worry about that later.
Oh yeah, early 2000s badass music. Time to rip off that Matrix, baby. It's time to rip off that Matrix, honey. Num 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 num. Hey look, this game actually has balls. There's a swastika. How novel a concept. Including a swastika in a game where you fight Germans during the 1930s and 40s. Wow, look at this. This game is so brave. It's just doing the bare essentials of what you should do based on the genre, but you know, time to sneeze. But you see this just radicalizes me even further. I'm fighting Nazis in an M-rated video game where I play as like an overpowered female vampire thing. So obviously seeing this swastika right here, it's just radicalizing me. You can't have a swastika for historical accuracy. Or for style reasons. That's beyond the pale. You have to destroy it. It must be destroyed. Like, there's no historical reason to use a hook cross. It's not religious or anything, or it doesn't connotate any other symbols. It's just a symbol of, like, obscure, unfathomable, metaphysical, like, mystical hate. And it has to be annihilated. Is this the officer? Num 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 num. Oh, did another guy suicide bomb? Oh god, I'm getting all fucked up. You know, I could have probably went in slow motion and that would have helped, but... Oh no, I got deaded. Hey, what you doing, you little faggot? Oh no. You see, all these guys got radicalized because I didn't destroy that swastika. Obviously, like, the very existence of that swastika created all these Nazis. It radicalized them. The only way to save them is to help them transition. It's the only way we can prevent this. Oh look, a Car 98 is special or something.
I need a controlled turnkey for the basement. I'll worry about that later.
Let me out. Let me in. Okay. Time to save. Oh, Car 98 in this is like God tier. Oh god, oh fuck. I got fucked up. I got fucked up. You need to feed. Ooh, you need to feed. Ooh, you need to feed. Ooh. Oh god. What am I doing? I'm just getting fucked up. That one guy, like, he blocks me so I insta-die. Rip. You cut through them like butter until you don't. So that's nifty. Do I just like, oh, this, maybe this is what I should have been doing that whole time. Oh yeah, suck 'em off in slow-mo. Wait, can you just be in slow-mo indefinitely? Can I, like, tilt him towards them? Oh yeah, look at my legs, like, slap him like bitches in slow-mo. This guy over here, he, like, put himself in a cage. Is the boss guy dead? There's like, why do they have such random weird ass guns? Are they all using Argentine weapons? They're using like rifles I never heard of. And I played Medal of Honor Vanguard. I know all the German guns in World War II. This is Boomer moment. This is Boomer moment. Now the problem is like, I think you go here. Okay. Isn't this where I just was? Am I like... Huh. This is Boomer moment. This is Boomer moment. What? Am I like retarded? Oh, I bet I have to jump. White vampire girls can't jump, by the way. I need to feed. It's so random whether, like, if you can feed in the middle of them or whatever, or you can't. Because sometimes you try and feed in the middle of them and it, like, does not work. And then other times, like, they're completely indifferent and you could just feed the hell out of them in the middle of them.
You should have gone.
This is Boomer moment. This is Boomer moment. Wait, this is where I'm like really bad at video games apparently. I just get lost in all of them. It doesn't matter to genre, I will get lost. I mean, there's no like clear indication of which like level you need to be on though. I will say that to defend myself. Alarm. They should say like octonal. Oh yeah. Look at that. Listen to that awesome post like Matrix music. This is Boomer moment. This is Boomer moment. Oh no, they have like submarine pens apparently. That's kind of cool. What are you talking about, Eric B or Eric R? Yeah, but isn't there been constant, like, it's not that bad, bro, and there studies, and then there's, like, constant, like, this is the end of the world studies? It seems like all these studies are just random and unpeer-reviewed, and it's all over the place, so we should go with the data that's coming out that there's a very high death rate out of testing. And the argument that, like, it's not very bad, bro, because look at my studies, not very good, because, so let's say these tests are 80% accurate. You have tens of thousands of people that are testing, so the margin of error for people that aren't coming in is probably, it's not as high as you think. Because, I mean, country like Iceland, lots and lots and lots of people, like huge percentages of the population are testing in like Iceland. It's on the dock. I don't know. This is kind of. I like this. It's kind of nifty, to be honest. Oh, water. My weakness. Oh. He's dead. No, I can't. It's like, can I pull this guy out of the sky? You got a runner. Oh, I got a Panzerfaust? Panzerfaust weren't even created yet, but why there's no reason to like criticize that, to be honest. Because it's fun! Why am I killing the Nazis? Because video game. I don't know. Do you want me to just like stream me playing the multiplayer maps as the Germans over and over again on like Battlefield 1942? This is interesting. Oh. Maybe I should like Panzerfaust that other guy. Did they allow the German soldiers to have this much facial hair? Maybe it's just because there's some kind of special team. Like these Germans are like basically like hipsters. They have so much facial hair. So I'm pretty sure that there's no other game where you can play in the single player as like Germans. What? I thought you was over here. Will you be shitting? I wonder, is he having like butt sex over here? Oh, that didn't work. Yeah, do that horrible AI. Just run against that table, boy. While I take you from the back, honey. What's TGSNT? Is that the nostalgia? What, like, is that Star Trek? The Next Generation? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh yeah, slow-mo time. Yeah. I done killed you, son. Should've respected that PS2 Cleavage. Okay, I'm gonna like look up what your freaking weird ass random acronym is, son. Cause it's scaring me. What are you this? Oh, the greatest story never told. Wait, what? Okay, Chad. I guess I lose my like anti-spear privileges then, because I didn't realize that was the greatest story never told that you're referencing. Stop shooting me while I'm eating, faggot. You need to feed. Well, shit. Guys, come over here and isolate yourselves. Come on, come towards me. Oh no! Oh god, oh fuck! Rip. I don't know, can you get a based in chat? No. I think I have to like kill all three and not just that one left. You know, I wonder if it's just better to skip the random guys and just go for the officers. Oh.
There! Ihr Bruder ist entkommen! Nun muss er auch zu gehen!
It's a boss battle. Time to go in slow-mo. Yeah. You like them vampire tits, boy. Everybody wants that PlayStation 2 Cleavage. Everybody wants PlayStation 2 Cleavage. Am I just gonna get wrecked by getting hit by all, like, the cannon fodder? Oh no. I don't know, it's just really funny going in slow-mo like that, to me. There's just something, like, really funny about that. Oh yeah, I killed him, but I'm doing the weird, like, bicycle kick thing in the midair. Now we got a level 5 normal attack, whatever the fuck that means. Why do you hate the funds, sir? What are you talking about? Martial demotism? What the fuck are you talking about? Martial demotism. What is this? What you be talking about, Alex? Oh, I ran into the bathroom one. Were you all butt fuckle?
There. Damn it.
Why is this one so easy? He's like, I guess because he's a faggot that was like trying to get fucked in the bathroom or something. Like, he just like committed suicide apparently. I don't even know what's happening. Oh yeah, maybe this is like, they do British things in this bathroom. This is like an Anglo room.
Tell me you love me, honey.
Like how she has ribbons in her hair. I think that makes it even more kawaii. You dislike ARM demos, I don't know. I don't, are you talking about like everybody being armed? Like, I'm not like gratuitously, like I'm not anti-gun, if that makes sense. I'm pro-gun regulation. Like I'm pro I'm pro people that have mental illness not having guns. And like, I know that apparently there's like great masses of people that think the mentally ill should have guns for some bizarre reason that I don't fully understand, and I've never understood whatsoever. Like, I know that like we can't trust our government or something with gun laws, and that's the argument, because our government is totalitarian, so you can't allow the government to decide who has mental illness not to have a gun and isn't, and that's your argument, slippery slope and all that. But, like, would you say that the Soviet Union, or say the Aztec Empire, they're evil governments, okay? I would say that's pretty fair to say. Let's describe those two as manifestly evil or immoral governments. Like, they executed criminals. Oh shit. So, they executed criminals, right? Are you going to say because they're evil governments they shouldn't be allowed to execute criminals? Thanks, Arctic Warfare. I don't know, is fetishism the right word? I don't even know if it's like, because I don't know how, like, the automatic weapons thing, for all honesty, I'm willing to say that might be a meme, and it's not, like, it's not any more dangerous than people having semi-automatic weapons or lever-action weapons. I'm willing to say something like that. But what I disagree with is like the idea that there's some kind of slippery slope if you don't allow people that have mental illnesses or criminal histories not to have firearms. And like, I'm sorry, I just don't believe that people that have mental illnesses that have a predilection towards to be honest, mostly suicide, but I guess they could murder other people. That's definitely another mental illness you could talk about there, but mostly people that are likely to commit suicide with firearms. I think that the state should actively prevent them from having firearms. I know that makes me a authoritarian person, but you know, I have a channel that is based around me standing in front of a fascist Russian flag, so yeah, I am authoritarian. I watched like half of 21 Kilotons Doom Eternal review. I don't know. It seemed like he's just nitpicking really hard. I didn't even get to the part where he complained about the platforming.
There! The intruder is at the dock. Do not allow her to escape.
Like, I hope I'm making sense. I'm not, like, opposed to, like, categorical weapon. Like, for the most part, like, the idea of somebody with an assault rifle doesn't scare me. In fact, like, assault rifles are a lot less scary than handguns are, and, I mean, like, it seems like most of the focus is on people having assault rifles, not on handguns. But anyway, like, definitely it's a lot more about mental illness, like, no good. Now I'm, like, sucking really hard. Now that I'm trying to, like, say that. But mostly it's, like, people that have a predilection towards suicide. Something that I've known a lot of people that have committed suicide by gun. I've known 3 people, personally, who committed suicide by gun. It's a very common thing that happens in my part of the United States. And because of that, and just generally, I believe that the government should try to eliminate people that have a predilection towards committing suicide through mental illness from having weapons. You were doing a video on the fall of Rome? Okay, hot. Yeah, I don't know. I might be mildly, like, it's not popping up. I noticed that, like, a handful of people will see when I just take the video up at the beginning. So I'll have, like, 2 or 3 people for the first 15 minutes I stream, and then I get, like, you know, say 10 plus is 10 to 15 is, like, the normal. And I know that, like, if it was, like, the middle of the day right now and Corona Chan wasn't happening, a lot less people would be viewing me just because, I mean, where I am, it's 8:30 in the morning. But, yeah, I think that YouTube, like, fucks with algorithms really hard. And I personally think it's punishing me for talking about Corona Chan. What's wrong? I don't have a person-to-person designation of who and who shouldn't be able to based on, like, I don't have a mental, like, I can't give you exact examples, but generally people that are going to have a predilection towards committing suicide shouldn't have firearms. Okay, get out, faggot. He's doing very British things in this washroom. Get wrecked, son. I think the machine con is called Simp 34. I wonder if they're not like... I wonder if they're not like Argentine weapons. They just weirdly renamed all these weapons. It's literally called like Simp 34. I don't know, that's hilarious. Okay, Arjun is a member of Coconut Gang now. Okay, so when I was in like high school, there used to be this thing to where my friend wasn't allowed to call his sister a coconut, or wasn't allowed to call his sister a cunt, obviously. So he ended up calling his sister a coconut. So then every one of my friends when we were in high school would just say, like, call each other coconuts and stuff. I don't know. So Arjun is also a member of Coconut Gang now, apparently. Coconut Gang. You know, I actually really, really like pineapple, including degenerately, apparently, on pizza. Apparently, us pineapple pizza eating people are like horrible monsters that'll go to hell forever, but I'm not a very big coconut fan, to be honest. What's like the chocolate bar that's like coconut? That's like awful. Is everyone just pretending to be working all the time, Argent, including you? Okay, I think like what I do is I go over here and then I'm gonna have to like, because I think there's like a door over here and then I got wrecked when I went to this door. Yeah. Oh, well. Oh, jeez, I still get fucked up in this room. Even if I have, like, blood meter on. Get over here. I need, like, one of you to jump out so I... Serp has such interesting history. Thanks. I never had anchovies on pizza. Obviously I had pineapple on pizza and I like it. Do I have grenade? No, I don't have grenade, dude. I haven't picked one up for a while. It's like really weird. Apparently, this is just a room that had a bunch of them. I don't... Like, the other dot is over there, so... Oh, well. Oh, fuck! Ass shit. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh god, oh fuck. Well, that was sucky. Ah. I like how this game is like the original Wolfenstein game, and it actually lets you see a swastika and stuff, and Nazi memorabilia, and it's much appreciated. I don't know. Do you really like? I don't know. I don't know if is Rayne that much of a waifu. I don't. To be honest, like I've been memeing about it, but I don't think Okay, so redheads are cute, but like her personality is like, you're so stupid. Like, I'm so smart, you're so stupid. Like, it's that personality. So I don't find girls like that very attractive, so Blood Rain isn't that big of a waifu. Why is Doom 6... I like Doom 2016, I just think that the new Doom games... You know, I think they're about as good as Doom 3 is, if that makes sense. Now, I think I might piss people off, but I think and like, I think that there's blockages where people just won't play them. But in all honesty, the first two Doom games are a lot better than Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, and that doesn't mean Doom 16 and Doom Eternal are bad. Like, they're good games. Like Doom 16 probably is better than Doom Eternal, but both of them are really good games. The thing is that they just aren't as good games as original Doom is. And I'm not saying that they couldn't have been better. It's just Doom is probably better than now than when it was when it came out, and a lot of that has to do with how much mod support, how much WAD support there is. Because in all honesty, the game has been out for 25 years or 26 years now. So there are more mods for Doom than possibly all other first-person shooters ever made combined. Doom has insane mod support. There's so many WADs, and there's so many ways that people have broken Doom or added to Doom far beyond the original technology that was capable at the time. And things like Brutal Doom, or to be honest, right now, the Isabel Doom WAD or a mod or WAD or whatever you want to call it, where Isabel is your co-op partner, co-op AI partner. There's just so many WADs that have been made, and that there's so much content that you can play for hundreds and hundreds of hours and just never run out. You can just play it indefinitely. And that, to me, is why the first two Dooms in the engine, you could say, because it's really like the engine, because you can play like Chex Quest on the engine too, and like there's other games that you can just swipe out the WADs in. But and like there's other reasons. Like Doom 16 does have platforming, obviously, and that was something that like I rage quit there at like I think like the first third of the game. Like a third way through the game, there's this platforming section I found really annoying. And the original Doom's platforming has gotten better, or it's just better. Like, I know you don't technically jump when you have to run off things. I find that better than like the platforming that's in Doom 16 and Doom Eternal. I'm having a dickens of a time finding this last officer, by the way. Okay, what are you guys saying about my opinions here? I remember when Doom 3 came out, and this is gonna make me... maybe this feels like a groomer, because this makes me older than maybe a lot of the people that are watching my stream right now, is when Doom 3 came out, I remember it being like really, really popular, and people were like, well, it's not as good as the original Doom games. Because the irony is, when Doom 3 came out, everybody thought Doom 3 was about as good as I'm saying that Doom 16 and Doom Eternal are. Doom 3 was very, very popular and is very, very highly regarded when it came out. And like all my friends played Doom 3 the same way that they would have, because when they had Xboxes, everybody had Doom 3 the same way that they had like say Halo or something. And a lot of people played Doom 3 of my age group, and they liked it. But now apparently Doom 3 has gotten worse in retrospect. No, I'm pretty sure Doom Eternal doesn't have a map editor, does it? Hey, Tectonic Warrior. I mean, Argent... The irony is like... Me and Argent have a lot of similarities, but me and Argent's taste in, like, media are actually, like, different a lot of the times. So, I mean, you're perfectly okay to disagree with me and think that, like... The original Doom games are like have not aged well. It's fine. I will say, compared to the Doom 1 and 2, I don't think Wolfenstein 3D has aged very well. I can't fucking find this guy. Because I run into this wall, unless I'm supposed to like break it or something. Oh, I am. Okay, I'm retarded. Oh, okay, well. Oh no. Can I... Okay. Where's the guy? Oh, fuck. What the hell? Did I blow him up? Oh, I did. Okay, there we go. Oh. Well, fuck. I need a guy. Like, fuck. Fuck! Damn it. I mean, I could try and play. I think I got it for like $4 or something at a GameStop when they were liquidating their PS3 games. Like, the irony is, like, now should I make a PS3, like, collection vid? But I have the New Order from Wolfenstein. Should I just see, like, how bad that is? I have the PS3. I think there was a PS3 and PS4 version of it at the same time. But I have the PS3 of the New Order, and I mean, I could stream that and just see how much propaganda it is. Like, I've never played them. I just have seen, like, short clips. Like, I think in, like, the second New Order game, I think there's, like, explicit, like, black men fighting, like, white women, or having sex with white women is, like, sex for the resistance against the Nazis, and, like, the Nazis run America with the Klan, or, like, just really, like, weird, stupid things. And, like, Hitler's, like, a senile old man, or, like, has, like, dementia. And just, like, really annoying, like, stuff. I think, like, everybody but BJ Blazkowicz is, like, a woke black woman or something, like, really dumb. Oh. By the way, I'm like shit at this game. I'm a damn pyre, or damn peer. Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect the color out of space to be your thing. As I just said, you have different tastes in media, and that's fine. I mean, there's some overlap, it's just... Obviously, there's certain things that, like, very experimental or very, very visual experimental movies, obviously, are something I'm going to like a lot. Like, the 1970s Suspiria is my favorite movie ever made. I don't think you would like it at all. Wait, what's Joe Biden equals Hitler come from? This is annoying. I have never seen Tree. The thing is, I actually saw The Thin Red Line, and I thought it was like one of the worst movies I've ever seen. So I haven't seen any of Terrence Malick's movies after that. So I never saw Tree of Life. I know Tree of Life has like dinosaurs, and when I had a YouTube channel in high school, I made fun of that. So I took the music from Tree of Life, and I took like the Fred movie and put the music from the Tree of Life over the top of the Fred, like, scenes from Fred, and then I interspersed, like, really bad CGI dinosaurs from, like, Sci-Fi Channel movies, because there were dinosaurs in Tree of Life. I don't know why, like, and, like, everybody that's watched it are like, why is there dinosaur, like, because from my understanding, it just randomly cuts to, like, CGI dinosaurs, and I don't think they're very well made. It's, like, hilarious. Oh, I'm sure. I think Terrence Malick is, like, the definition of, like, a director who's shit, and then the reviewers think it's good. Because the thing is, like, okay, I like, Ingmar Bergman, and, like, stuff like that, I don't... But Ingmar Bergman's movies are pretty coherent when he's trying to be dramatic, and his cinematography's good. It's not an incoherent movie with, like, slightly above average... I don't, like... Terrence Malick, there's just something about it whenever I watched it that, ooh. It was just, like, too preachy, I don't know.
One down, two left in this area.
Demented Hitler from the second Wolfenstein game. What is the second Wolfenstein? Well, there's like, it's the third Wolfenstein remake game, but everybody forgets that there was a Wolfenstein remake game that came out before. Like the New Order. Is it just the New Order 2? I wish, like, the irony right now is I wish that I could beat Metal Hunter Underground to just get that out from underneath me. Because I don't want to fucking play it anymore. But, like, there's such a massive difficulty spike in that game that makes it essentially unplayable. So, like, unironically, I think it would be pretty funny to start seeing what the New Order looks like. But at the same time, I have like 3 games I'm actively like live streaming right now.
You scared?
I don't know how Blood Commander knows, or Blood Commander, I don't know how Blood Rayne exactly, like, she has like this sensory thing to where, like, it's not, obviously it's a video game thing, but there's these blue lights that tell you where your objective is on this vision. And it's like her vampire sense mode. Oh fuck, that's a lot of guys. Okay, is it like that door I jumped? No. Oh shit, that's a lot of guys. I think it would be funny to play it. I don't, like, the irony is the gameplay looks really good, but, like, I know it's wall-to-wall propaganda, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, like, if it'll work in a way that, like, Annihilation is. Like, because that movie was almost unwatchable, the level of pause in that movie. And obviously that has a lot of SERP-KERP stuff in it, like, explicit body horror, bizarre, like, psychological horror, right, and, like, really out there weird cosmic horror that isn't explained. It's just weird for the sake of weirdness, but also it has, like, cheating is justified, I'm cheating with a black guy subtext, like a white woman cheats with a black guy and cheating isn't wrong, or it's, like, arguable that cheating isn't wrong. Like, it's just your perspective stuff in there. And then you have, like, women soldiers are better than male soldiers. Well, first of all, you have women soldiers. Then you have women soldiers do a better job than male soldiers. And then you have all the women, like, most of the women soldiers, I think, are lesbians. And then they, like, flirt with each other. So Annihilation is a movie that I found almost unwatchable because of the levels of pause. Because it was just, like, aggressive pause. It was, like, I've seen movies that are made by gay people that are less pause than that are about being gay. I finished Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses. Oh, you're not a big fan of Solaris and Stalker? I haven't seen Stalker yet. Maybe I should see that after our D&D section by myself. But, yeah, Solaris is one of the best movies I've ever seen, to be honest. Like, in all honesty, Solaris is a god tier movie, if that makes sense. Well, I wanted to play Metro Last Light, but currently my roommate's sleeping. So I'm playing this with headphones, and I can't play Last Light with headphones because the way that I connect my PS... Oh my... There's like a machine gun, it just mowed me down while I was killing those guys. So I mean, like, metaphysically, you're right. Like, women soldiers are on a base level immensely wrong, but like, if you put, like, say if you had 10 soldiers, and you had 9 male soldiers and 1 female soldier, by every single metric, adding a woman to any one unit makes that unit worse. And this has been statistically discovered over and over. And when you have like all female units, I don't think there's ever been a time when all female units were attempted in history where they didn't immediately rout. Because Israel attempted female combat units their first time, and it was like they instantly routed. During World War I, where the Russians at the very end stages attempted a female combat unit, they routed. I think it's a universal that female combat units always rout. Like, I think that like Israeli female combat units, when they were fighting Arabs and they outgunned the Arabs, routed. And that's the only 2 times I think it's only been attempted in World War I by the Russians and Israel, like, very recently. And I think Israel did it like once. I like playing this like an idiot right now, so I'm gonna get killed on the first guy after. Yeah, I'm playing this like a complete idiot right now. What are you talking about, Argent? Like, in guerrilla warfare, there'll be times where you have, like, the Soviets had, like, female snipers and stuff, but they're very, like, I don't know. They're not really, like, it's like something that's literally been historically made up. From my understanding, Joan of Arc was, like, Joan of Arc the person. Like, what are you talking about, like, female brigades of Joan of Arc?
You know what I'd like? If you stopped shooting me.
Based and red pilled. I know, I understand I'm complaining about female combat units while I'm playing an action video game with a female protagonist. Like, I understand maybe that's hypocritical. But I actually find the idea of female combat units I find it more repulsive than, like, gay sex or interracial, like, sex, if that makes sense. Like, it's actually one of the things that liberals believe in. I think it's, like, the highest level of something that I find, like, unacceptable. Like, one of the things I find the most unacceptable is, like, female combat units or female soldiers. It's just grotesquely wrong, from my opinion. Oh, no, Joan of Arc didn't actually fight either. This is, like, really annoying right here. Can I hold down and... Okay. Oh, man. Why am I, like, shit now? I'm, like, straight up garbage now. Oh, man. I'm, like, doing garbage, guys. I know that they made the Doom Annihilation movie, and it's like unbelievably bad. I actually like Possum Reviews. Probably is one of my favorite YouTube channels now. No, they were mainly at Logistics, Sergeant. Okay, I need to like get good and stop sucking. Here, I'm gonna do something for my apartment. I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna open this window. Open it up. Like, I think, like, all feminists, because, like, feminists aren't consistent thinkers, I think all feminists want women to be allowed in combat units, but they don't want females to be required. Like, all feminists oppose a female draft, but all feminists, or a equal level of recruitment between men and women. But, like, all feminists want women forced into combat units, if that makes sense. Yeah. Generally, the trend isn't, like, they're not consistent, obviously. And that's, like, always, like, established that they're not going to be consistent about their bizarre, inane, horrible political views. As always, ladders are the greatest enemy. Wait, did I just throw his legs off? What the fuck? Wait. Okay. You can just chop the... I didn't know you could just chop the officer's legs off like that. Yeah, I'm 99% sure like, there's no way that transmutants wouldn't perform better than female. Because there's like actual psychological things that haven't been studied that where women can't take like women get shell shock way faster. Women get they break down much faster than men do. They have like psychological things that make them very bad in combat. Just naturally, they're incapable of doing it. So a trans person would do much better because they would be able to understand the stress of bombardment better than women. Like women can't. They've done statistical studies where like women are much more susceptible if they're put into combat of having post-traumatic stress syndrome and getting shell shock type of things from exhaustion. And you know, I remember in Halo 1, there's like no female like Marines. I think there's a female like helicopter pilot, and then in Halo 2 and Halo 3, it's all like mixed combat units. Disgust. Absolutely disgusting. Yeah, a big problem is like actually, unironically, something is really absurd. This guys can't be guys if women are around, and that really destroys unit cohesion. And no, like unironically, that's like sociologically like hard science. Is guys can't be guys if girls are around, so it like breaks down unit cohesion extremely badly and makes them underperform. Because if you add, like just like every single woman is like that you add to a unit is like a multiplier. So like if you had 40 guys versus 39 guys and a girl, the 40 guys are almost always like 99 times out of 100, the 40 guys are going to work better than the one girl, or the 139 and the one girl. Like almost across the board in every single thing. And then if you add two girls. And it's two girls with 38 guys and like 39 guys and one girl, then the 39 guys will work better. Like unironically, it'd be like that. Blood Rayne don't believe in none of that reloading shit. Fuck you and your stupid fucking reloading. That's just the patriarchy that makes men reload. Women don't need that shit. In Gaianarchies, there is no reloading. And what do you, gynocracy? Is that like vagina roll? Gynetologist gynocracy? Okay, hopefully I'll respond to what everybody's saying about my like anti-women in combat rant in a second. Like I'm gonna try and not fuck up here. Did I kill him? No, apparently I didn't. Shit. Oh, I can't. Obviously, the thing you do is you just hit him and like try and just cut out his legs from underneath him the whole time. We did it, Reddit. And that was all from me being like really incompetent. Okay, I have to leave this area now. Oh shit. The way, like, how much bullets hurt you in this, is just kind of really inconsistent, apparently. Okay, I'm gonna pause because like everybody's commenting up a storm because of my rant. Holy shit, you guys really are like commenting up a storm. In Starship Troopers, the ground forces are all female, but the fleet is either mixed or mostly female. The males will try to save her or both. Well, like, I mean, there's very basic, extremely simple reasons why women might actually have, like, socially have evolved to not be able to be in combat, so that men wouldn't put them in combat because of the extremely high chance of them being raped in combat. Like, it's basic common sense, but people are retarded. Well, I mean, like, Western armies with women perform worse. Like, a all-female Western unit performs worse than an all-male Arab unit. And keep in mind, Arabs perform worse than African unit. Like, I think most of the time Sub-Saharan Africans beat Arab armies. Okay, sorry, I just had to read up on what you guys were saying for a minute. Apparently, like, I'm so stupid, like, I can't get out right now, though. You know, I shouldn't even think that, because that would be really sucky. Oh, okay, well. I think this is where I got in, so. Isn't, yeah, okay. I think I'm playing this with like, if you looked on the long play, I probably took me, what, the 100 minutes I've been playing to do like 15 minutes of gameplay. During the, I think you just call it the Libyan-Chad War. The Libyans got wrecked by the Chads. I'm talking, like, there's something else, I think, that's, like, there's some weird reason in modern warfare Arabs do worse. Obviously, Arabs are capable during, like, medieval war, or like, obviously during Dark Age war. There's cultural reasons, like, civilizational cultural reasons that make Arab armies bad, and much worse than that. Like, so, like, the Serbian army against the United States, like, did much better. Like the Serbians were able to shoot down multiple planes with, like, really antiquated equipment, and that they're able to, like, during the Kosovo War, like, the Serbian army was able to basically make the American air campaign is, like, completely irrelevant. So, like, I've been reading about all this recently because I made the U.S. The review of all the American wars. And, like, during the Kosovo War, the Americans weren't even able to find the Serbian units that were harassing the Kosovoan terrorists. So, like, what ended up happening is the Americans just couldn't find the units to kill them. So the Americans just started, like, straight up just killing Serbian civilians until the Serbians just gave up. Like, they just bombed, like, Serbian, like, civilians, like, like, not, like, housing, but they killed a lot of Serbian civilians. And they just straight up, like, I'm, like, stuck here, so it's annoying. But they, like, just straight up, like, they couldn't use their air force to properly, like, defeat the Serbian units in the way that they could in, say, because in, like, the Air Force alone was essentially able to defeat Saddam during the Gulf War. Like, they were already defeated before they advanced. Like, they all surrendered as soon as they advanced in the Gulf War. And, like, the same thing in the if you want to call it the Iraq War or the first Iraq War, the 2003 invasion of Iraq, the same thing happened, and the same thing happened in Libya, where, like, the Air Force alone was able to basically defeat Gaddafi's forces. And the same thing happened in the Chad-Libyan War. But, like, in the Kosovo War, the Air Force against the Serbian right-wing death squads, if you will, like, the right-wing death squads were, like, basically immune to the U.S. Air Force. Like, they were able to completely outsmart the U.S. Air Force, and the U.S. Air Force was able to do nothing. And that's what happened in World War II, and a lot of people don't know that, is, like, during the Battle of the Falaise Gap and stuff, during Normandy, like, the British and American air superiority was basically, like, very like, it did hamper German tactics, but, like, the Germans were still attacking and were, like, able to outsmart the, like, air power is a lot less decisive when you're fighting whites and Asian people. Air power is really, really, really decisive when you're fighting, like, air power just, like, destroys Arab armies instantly. Wow, I'm, like, doing, like, garbage. Yeah, there's like a like gravel pit that has birds that there's a gravel pit near me that they filled with water, so there's birds around there. So I think Saddam's army was technically superior than the air. Like I think that Saddam's army materially and technologically was like far superior than the Serbian army. Yeah, so in World War II, like the Air Force was just kind of like most of the Air Force, and in like obviously the Kosovo War, because I'm using that as an example. What the Air Force ended up using was just like they just like killed civilians en masse. Like that was the British and American. Unironically, the British and Americans were like, if we kill as many civilians with bombing raids and fire raids, and I'm not like, oh no, like obviously Japan and Germany, when they were capable, like during the Blitz and then during the bombing of Shanghai in like 34, when they had some capability and they never fully developed the capability, the Axis did do air bombardment to just kill as many civilians as they could en masse. Like both sides did that. It's just the Allies, the Americans, the British actually developed that capability. But yeah, like. The Air Force was pretty good tactically, like, obviously at Bastogne it made a difference. But I mean, like, I think, like, that is exaggerated, and the main difference is the Germans ran out of oil in the Battle of the Bulge. Have I been to this one yet? Yeah, well, I mean, at Nuremberg, the Allies just basically defined everything they did as right and everything that the Axis did as wrong. So, that's kind of their, like, what do you call it? Their idea. Well, like, Iran was, like, tactically superior constantly during the entire Iran-Iraq war. And like what ended up happening is the Iraqis had like massive, because I use material, and I should just say material and manpower, because I'm kind of like the Iraqis had massive like artillery superiority, massive armored vehicle superiority, and massive tank superiority, but like the Iranian human wave tactics were like infinitely better, and like than how the Iraqis tried to do armored warfare. And like it's called the Toyota War, it's not called the Libyan-Chad War. During the Toyota War, like Toyotas with 50 caliber machine guns were able to beat like Libyans with T-62s and like lots of T-62, like because the Soviets just would give up their stock of like leftover T-55s and leftover T-62s, and they just give entire, and like the Chinese did that with like T-95s. They basically give their entire stock of like obsolete tanks to the third world, so to like Gaddafi and Saddam, like obviously like the first Al-Assad, which is slipping my mind. Obviously, like they just would give them en masse. So Saddam had like oodles and oodles and oodles and oodles of like T-55s and T-59s and T-62s. I mean, he even like had like monkey models of T-72s, and like there's no reason on paper that a T-72 shouldn't be able to, like, if you had Russians or Eastern Europeans that had T-72s, they should be able to like fuck up Abrams. Like they should, like, obviously an Abram is better than a T-72, but a T-72 should be able to close the gap, charge an Abrams, and then be able to use its gun on an Abrams and would be able to hurt it. Like, Abrams is superior to a T-72, but a T-72's gun should be able to hit it if it gets in range. But the Iraqis just, like, literally would sit with T-72s and just, like, shoot them from out of range not move and try to because they didn't even know the range of like their T-72s during the actual invasion of Iraq and the Gulf War. They would literally sit as static units and not try to close the gaps and be outside of their range, because the Abrams has a longer range, because the Abrams is the 80s and T-72 obviously is from 72. It might be from 71 and just named as 72, but like they wouldn't even close the fucking gap. Like, they didn't know the combat range. When during the Iraq War, when they would find the like T-72s and T-55s and T-62s and obviously Chinese T-59s, they would literally like the Americans and the British would find them, and they would find that. When they would find that the Iraqis would abandon the tanks, what they would find is they would open up the tanks and they would find training rounds inside of the tanks. And that they were loading, they didn't know the difference between the training rounds and, say, anti-personnel rounds and anti-tank rounds. So that they would literally be loading, like, training rounds and be trying to fire the training rounds at, like, American and British tanks during the 2003 invasion of Iraq.
If you stop shooting me.
I don't know where the elevator is. In like the little cutscene thing, I saw it, and oh, here it is. I have the battery, don't I? I thought I got the battery. Okay, I thought the thing in the upper right meant I had the battery. Okay, well, this is where I came in from.
You dropped something.
What do you guys... Okay, I'm sure, like, you guys just, like, fucking said a lot of shit. Well, the Iraq army was like twice the size, and they were still like tactically inferior. Like, they had twice as many soldiers, like 4 times as many artillery, 5 times as many tanks. Like, the Iraq army ended up becoming this massive thing that technically was like, on every paper should be massively superior, but the Iranians would tactically defeat them in every single battle, basically. And they would have like no equipment. I don't know. Isn't, like, according to the Arabs, Muhammad was a redhead? Yes, if the Iraqis would have... So, in the Gulf War, if the Iraqis, like... So, during World War II, like, the Soviets would charge elephants and, like, Tiger tanks and stuff. They just charge them with... If they didn't have... Like, if they couldn't use a T-34 against like an elephant, they would literally just charge it and then close the range to where the guns would be able to fight it, or just charge it to the point and crash it in. So, like, if the Iraqis literally charged T-72s into Abrams, they would close the gap and be able to fight them. Yeah, I really find the Iran-Iraq War one of the most interesting wars, because it's really interesting, and like, this is a problem, and like, part of it's like with a little bit with English language scholarship. He must have the battery then. Yeah, okay. So, and I mean, because we live in America, right, and we're English language, we don't have that much scholarship, or at least popular, or like maybe it's just in academic papers, but oh, okay. Is there like weapons in here? But yeah, we don't get a lot of stuff of how how non-Westerners fight other non-Westerners. So like, Arabs do the thing is like blacks are actually like not that bad, because people would think, well, I mean, I'm in like 2 hours now of like a stream. I don't know, like I'm not gonna get taken off YouTube hopefully for saying this. So human biodiversity, if you follow human biodiversity, sub-Saharan Africans should be like awful at armed conflict. And I mean like in the Rhodesian Bush War, like they're really bad. Right, but like during Somalia, like the Somalians did really well. Or during like the brief like U.S. stint in '93 in Somalia, the Somalians did pretty well. Like the Somalians did a lot better than the Arabs ever did against American armies. And obviously, like the Chads beat the Libyans, which is hilarious during the Toyota War, which is one of like the most infamous things ever. Is like, because like the French gave very minor support to the Chad armies. Like they just knocked out a little bit of communications, or they just knocked out like one communication center with the French Air Force, and that was it. And then because of that, the Chads like overwhelmed the Libyans with massively inferior equipment. And like literally the Chads would just, the Chadians, not the Chads, but they would literally just close the range with Toyotas and then like throw like dynamite or C4 underneath Toyotas, right, and then like blow it up. It's just like really laughable how bad Arab armies are. Cause like the Taliban, I don't like that many, like the South Vietnamese army, when it fought the North Vietnamese army, it was about on par. It might have even been superior, ironically. Like the South Vietnamese army wasn't that bad. Like obviously it was inferior to the American army in like gun-to-gun combat. Like it wasn't as bad as like mythology says it is, or like American thinking would say it is. But like the Taliban, it's really funny because the Taliban is like way better than the Afghan units that fight with the Americans. Because something that's really common in Afghanistan is that the American trained units will defect and attack Americans. It's actually extremely common. They'll defect to the Taliban and then fight the Americans. And just like horrible, like obviously that's like horrible. Like that's like the thing you never want. But like I think the Taliban, basically every time that it fights an American trained Afghan unit, it like wins no matter what, basically. Like Afghanistan is like the biggest quagmire in history. There was a time where they put, I think the guy's name was like McMaster or something, and it was like very early in Obama's presidency, and they had this massive surge in Afghanistan, and that what they're going to do is they're going to like, they're going to take all the towns that the Taliban controlled, and then like do a surge there, and then like they took over the town, nobody cooperated, and then the Taliban like just killed all the Americans until they retreated through like IEDs. Well, Arab armies usually break because that's like something that doesn't happen in modern warfare as much as like as you would think is like it's kind of like Arab armies just break. So like during Yom Kippur, I think like and the 6-Day War, like the Syrian and the Israeli or the Egyptian armies, they literally just break. And then they would get routed, and the Israelis would just kill them, even though they'd outnumber them by like 5-1 or something. They'd literally all lose morale, break, and then the Israelis would just kill, like annihilate them, even though they'd outnumber them. Like like if you look, I think in like the 6-Day War, the Israelis outnumbered the Arabs, like were outnumbered by the Arabs. I think like 6 or 7-1. There's another officer here, I guess. Well, American, like, I mean, what is Wolfenstein the New Order? That's what Americans think Nazism is. Like, right? So, like, they don't, like, Americans had, like, when the Americans fought in Serbia, or, like, against Serbia, or, oh.
Just taking care of the collection of service, but I might use it.
I could think of some myself, but they have mostly to do with the backside.
You, I am a truly high priest, not preacher.
Oversight on my part, do. And tell me about it.
Atlantis, a legendary creature, a superior race with powers beyond our imagination. Pure blood, pristine, and the kingdom. The sea reclaimed its right, but not always. The greatest Atlantean being ever possible. His body scattered in pieces in the destruction of Atlantis. Why, we have located a great evil's soul. It is here, very deep.
I'm sure you believe that. All. Everybody makes mistakes.
Enough of your insults. I will prove Aryan superiority.
Ever heard of overcompensation?
Okay, well that's awesome. I don't see where he is. Oh, he's still in the... Oh, it like moves? Okay.
I don't think so. You just
Well, that's actually really cool that it actually like uses... It actually has Nazi occultism instead of like... Everybody dumb, we so smart, we the best. Nazis are bad guys, like... Okay, this is pretty cool.
Return to heaven.
You have to try a little harder. I'm still not convinced.
I don't really know how to beat him though. Like I don't... Oh, I guess I've done some damage. If I had a grenade, like I had a grenade during like the first level or set of levels, I don't know if like it's better to use like set of levels to say that. Well, I mean, obviously, like one of the gravest mistakes in history was the Americans like destabilizing Afghanistan. I mean, obviously at the time the Americans couldn't have known that it would lead to 9/11, but like like a Soviet puppet Afghanistan is definitely better than anything we've had since then. Like that's a lot better than what we had since then. You know what's like really ironic too? Is like Soviet Afghanistan collapsed in like February 1992, which means that it outlived the Soviet Union by 3 fucking months. And like that's actually really, really funny. Is like the Soviet left Afghanistan, the Soviet Union collapsed, and then after the Soviet Union collapsed, the Soviet Afghanistan collapsed, or Communist Afghanistan collapsed. Oh shit. I'm trying to like hit him from the back, but I don't know what the pattern is. Like I'm trying to like walk behind him and then shoot him with guns, because I'm not really knifing him so far. I am really, like, that's kind of a thing with games like this. I'm really bad at finding the patterns to the boss battles. I need to feed. I think I have like Need for Speed 1 on the PS1, or like Need for Speed 2, which is kind of interesting. You know what's interesting too is I never played Need for Speed, and I remember that game being like a big fucking deal at this time period when I was a kid, and a lot of people liking it, but like I never went out of my way to get those games, and I like really like the Burnout games. Oh. Like, I don't really know I'm slow, like, I'm actually killing him, like, I'm actually winning, I just don't know the pattern, so this is taking a really long time. Oh, I think what I'm supposed to do is when he goes the other way, I take the gun and I run behind him and I shoot him. Okay. But yeah, I never played, like, because it was, like, in the way that it was Call of Duty versus Medal of Honor during, like, the PlayStation original Xbox era, for World War II games, for, like, more realistic, I should say, instead of something like Mario Kart or Twisted Metal. It was, like, the rivalry was Need for Speed Burnout, and I never even tried Need for Speed, but I always played fucking Burnout. Okay, he's almost done, so I just need to find some more guns and then... Or I find guys that have guns. Yeah, okay, they must use fake weapon names, which is hilarious, because it's a Lug pistol. I think it's not even like a Luger 04 or 08 for 8mm, it's like a Lug, like, Oh, 5mm apparently. Oh, did he ran over his own guy with the thing and it killed him. At least like it kills him instead of... Okay, I got him. Okay, so I have rage attacks now.
There's some paperwork on the hog washing from gathering on it. Sounds like they have their own problems. I'm done. I need to get into the basement. An officer should have it. Not very happy. Writings on it matches something like every time. On the radio Doomsday Society.
Okay. I'm gonna see what you guys have been typing for that boss battle. Yeah, the Arabs had no coordination during the 6-Day War, and they all attacked at once. So what the Israelis did is they just they moved their army against each Arab country one by one and beat them. Oh, I didn't know you played through this, Arjun. I thought you tried it. I didn't know you played through the whole game. Okay, let's see where we go now. Oh. Okay, well there's more guys here. Oh man, like there's a lot more guys. It's really weird because to me it always seems really inconsistent. This is the best weapon so far in the game. It's just really kind of inconsistent to me because sometimes these guys can hurt you with their guns. Am I going to the wrong basement? I hope I'm not going to the wrong basement here. I hope I'm going to the right basement. Oh, okay, I am going the right way. Okay, let's hope. Okay. Oh. Because there was this earlier part where it said you need a turnkey to go to the basement, and I thought I was supposed to go to that part. But hopefully I only have to go to this part. I don't know, I'm probably like not doing what I need to be doing. Welcome to Serp Kerp Fails, a video game where I run around like an idiot going through the backward parts of a level and like have no idea what I'm doing and just waste. Oh, well, there's guys here, so that must be something. Am I just in the wrong area? Like, can I leave here and I'm just in... Oh, I am in the right area, okay. So I don't know if like the disc, like if it, I guess it will kick me out, so I am in the right area. Is there like a... Am I trying to call? Okay, I'm just trying to find like a radio, I think. This is Serp Kerp. Serp Kerp's Let's Fail, finding where I am, where I need to go, gang. Like, am I supposed to search down here? This is like being lost in video games, gang. It's the best game, to be honest. Serp Kerp. Where is Serp Kerp? Where's Serp Kerp supposed to go? Serp Kerp doesn't know. If Serp Kerp plays a video game, Serp Kerp doesn't know where to go. Help Serp Kerp find where to go. This is Serp Kerp Fails, a video game. Did anybody ever watch the Taco Man Plays a Video Game? I don't know. That was like when I actually had like time to watch stupid videos. I would watch those. Okay, like I obviously am like a fucking like idiot right now. Cause I think, am I supposed to like, am I jumping up there or something? Is that like a grater I'm supposed to jump through? I hope it's not like something I'm supposed to break. Cause if it's something I'm supposed to break, I really like, God help me. See, so I must be something in here. Okay, so I really hope that there's some kind of indication I'm supposed to break some kind of wall. I played the Persona fighting games. I have both Persona 4 Arena and Persona 4 Ultimax. I haven't played through the stories of them, but they're very good fighting games. I have both of those for PS3, by the way. I have Persona 3 for PS2, I just never played it. Like, I might have to go to, like, a long play because I have no idea where I'm supposed to go now. Like, am I supposed to crawl through rafters or something? Because apparently I think I'm supposed to go here, but there's nothing like break in the wall. I'm literally gonna look up and see where to go. What is Persona 5 Royal? Huh. Apparently, I'm a way further, I think, in the game than I thought I was. Oh, there's like brain snakes or something. No, I am about as far as I thought I am. I'm not. I'm not very far in this game, of course. God, this is really... I'm sorry, guys, I just have no idea where the fuck I'm supposed to go. Like, am I supposed to blow something up? She, like, puts her finger on her teeth when you don't play. Oh yeah, only the highest quality of content for Let's Fail gang. Cause like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, okay. So it's in a room, if that makes sense. I just don't know how to get to that room. I maybe over here? And it was upstairs the whole time? Like, this is probably a main reason I don't like video games that much. Is like, I am very, very bad at finding my way. This shotgun's interesting, but it's not the best. You need to feed. Okay, I think, yeah, this is where I go.
I found documentation on
Now continue with target termination. Try to obtain the relic. We can't let them get to it first. One more thing. Destroy the communication center. We can't have them radioing for help. Good luck. Over and out.
the online shows.
Oh, hey, Absolute Defender, what's up? Can you buy fascist literature? I have a lot of fascist literature. I actually got off YouTube before the shutting happened. If that makes sense. I don't know anything about Dragon's Quest. Absolute Defender, if you're not working today, I can play Age of Empires 3 with you, by the way. The problem is in, like, no matter what I do in this game, I have, like, this, like, the dot system here kind of doesn't work very well. Like, I would prefer if it had maps like Resident Evil, to be honest. Or Silent Hill. Like, I wouldn't mind if this game had a map. Because, like, I'm having a pretty hard time finding stuff right now. I think this is supposed to be the armory. Am I just supposed to walk next to it? Or... I don't understand, because I'm pretty sure, like... Okay. I'm supposed to use the knife button. Oh, I haven't even seen you. Sorry. What is my opinion on James Cameron's Avatar? It's really generic. As a movie, it's not very good. It's like the movie is a generic action movie from the 2000s decade, or yeah, because it is 2009. It's not 2010. It's urgent. It is a generic 2000s movie. It's like CGI exploitation action movie. It's pretty generic. What am I doing again? Oh, okay. I go in there and I blow this up. Okay, hot. I'll go to the science lab through the basement, but pretty much it's a generic 2000 CGI action movie. But what ended up happening is, like, there may have technically been other movies. It was the first one to properly exploit a newer version of 3D, and that led to it being a massive success. But overall, if you watch the movie without it being that, then it just becomes like it's no more different than, say, watching something like Armageddon or I don't know, what's the John Carter Disney movie, something like that. Like, how is Avatar propaganda? It's interesting. Like, I mean, is it anti-American or anti-manifest? Like, it's supposed to be anti, like, colonialism, but I don't think it's like, I mean, it has race mixing in it, but it's not very well made propaganda, I don't think. Like, because what it's propaganding against, I think it was irrelevant at that time. Because I think it was like, it was unironically, I think what it was trying to do is it was trying to compare, like, colonialism to the Iraq War at the time. Because that was, like, at the very beginning of the Obama presidency, I think, or the very end of it would have been the very beginning of Obama's presidency. So, like, all the Hollywood movies at that time would have been making fun of Bush, or, like, calling him Hitler or something, like, V for Vendetta, like, type shit. The movie version. The book is very different, or the comic is very different. But at that time, everything was making fun of Bush in the Iraq War, and, like, very, you know, Orange Man bad, like, Texas Man bad, nuclear, like, those stupid jokes. I'm pretty sure Bush, like, has a fake accent, because obviously Jeb and Bush 1 don't have that. Yeb is the president of the world. I always like how when you get, like, the exaggerated versions of, like, the political compass, like, Jeb supremacy or Jeb absolutism is usually one of the more popular. Can I go through? I think I'm supposed to go. Yeah, like, sometimes the lineup doesn't really work that well in this. I've played NES emulator. I have a Raspberry Pi, so when I play NES games and Super Nintendo games and Genesis games, I usually use an emulator. I've played a PlayStation 1 emulator, I just don't. I need to set up a PlayStation 1 emulator again to play it. I played PS2, so Black Kanye, I played PS2 emulation, PS2 or PS1 emulation with him, obviously. I just like there's obviously a lot of PlayStation 1 games, you know, something like LSD that you can't really, the only way you can play is with an emulator. Of course I get out of the thing and I fucking like run into a bunch of guys and like play like I'm an idiot, but that's only the best, highest quality content from Surf Curb. But yeah, I should play PS1 emulation more, but I have a large enough PS2 library where I just play the stuff out of it that I have right now. And as I said before, I like those generations of games. I like Super Nintendo, Genesis, and like NES. It's just those games are really hard, and I'm really bad at video games. So like the original first 3 Castlevanias, obviously those games I like a lot, but I'm shit at them. And I like 2D Mario a lot, like Super Mario World and the first 3 Mario games. But again, I'm shit at it. I beat through the original Mario using emulators, but I haven't beaten through a lot of other games using emulators. Is Deep Impact the movie that came out before The Mummy that has like the tentacle monster or the tentacle octopus thing of like CGI exploitation? I don't like that movie that much. Okay, Tectonic Warrior, that's literally chat as fuck. Well, you don't really pay for emulators. If you get a Raspberry Pi, and I haven't looked into playing a Raspberry Pi 3.5 to do the emulation station on that Raspberry Pi, from my understanding, I think it has almost perfect single disc. Because that's a problem with PS1 emulation is the multi-discs. But if you play single disc games on Raspberry Pi, if you play that on the emulation, from my understanding, it's near perfect now. I think the DS emulation is pretty perfect. The best way to use it is to create the Raspberry Pi as a console, and then plug PS3, PS4, and Xbox 360, Xbox One, I guess you could too, controllers into it and play with that. That's my preferred way to play emulators. It's just a lot, like it's basically a designated console where you put all your emulators in. So I really like the Raspberry Pi or emulation station. I think I don't know if it's like some other thing other than Raspberry Pi, but okay. I think my biggest problem with this game so far, well, there's two problems. One, I don't think the blades, like there's not that much depth behind the blades, or I'm like retarded and completely ignored it. And number two is like these levels can get really big, and I'm getting pretty lost in them. And that like at that one part, like the dot thing was hurting more than it was helping me finding the radio. But I mean, like, the story of this game is pretty cool, and like it's fun to play the action. It's just there's not that much depth behind it. Okay, it's in here. I've wanted to, like, me and Black Connie have been kicking around streaming Raccoon City together, and I'm thinking about doing a Resident Evil 1 as Chris playthrough because I've always played as Jill. So, I mean, hopefully I can beat Medal of Honor Underground at least before I start something else. But hopefully get further in Blood Rain, obviously, as I'm doing today, and get further in Metro Last Light. I have a tendency, obviously, as you guys have seen when I play video games, to play multiple video games at once. It's kind of funny too because I'm playing more video games because of this plague or pandemic. Because I'm not going to like restaurants or bars or anything, and because I started streaming in the middle of this, so now I'm probably playing more video games in my life since elementary school. No, I haven't seen Deep Impact then. I think I already said that though.
Open the door. Try. It's jammed.
What does it look like? I'm lowering the lift.
Turn it off. I can't. Stop the lift, please. You can't do this.
You really.
Oh, look at that! Like,
As you know, most accidents in the
look, they literally clip through in the middle of the cutscene there. That's not the best polish. I think this game was made by like a game company that wasn't a very major game company. Because I remember when I watched like the early GameStop review, they complained about the glitches.
Try.
I shouldn't be this aggressive trying to follow him because I have like half my health is gone. Half a Serp is the true gamer. Yes, yes he is. Do you have the ocean dub? What are you talking about? Oh, okay, you're talking to him. Chad Absolute Defender has everything Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z ever made. Chad.
Wow, that was unexpected.
Is there a vampire on the other side? Is that what that was? How do I... Okay, so I guess I have to go around. I don't know where to go around to. What am I? Is like a boss gonna come in here and fight me? I don't know where I'm supposed to go around to. Oh, okay. I just jump into it.
What happened here? Hello? Nazis want to come out and play? Come on now. I promise I'll fight.
Huh. There's gonna be another vampire and it's gonna be a boss fight? Do I break through the... Okay, I do. Oh, well. That's the first in this entire level I've gotten one of those extremely good for boss fights things. Huh. Too bad I can never figure out where to go in a fucking video game. Sorry guys, I fail you. How do I go through that? Well, get over there! Oh, okay. This is so entertaining. This is the best live stream ever. Oh no. Oh no. Can I? No, I can't feed off them, can I? No, I can, sort of. Okay. I think I can feed off them, it's just that... Okay, hot. I know, it's an enemy car 98. Wait, is everybody putting up all anime on BitChute again? Awesome. Hey, I know this isn't an immediate safe place, but I'm gonna go and like eat lunch and do some other things. So I'm gonna end this stream here, at least for Blood Rain. I might come back and do Last Light later today. It just kind of depends on what happens. But anyway, thanks for everybody coming. Have a wonderful night, or have a wonderful day.